There you go, Art. Now we're live. Now we're live. I'm always in a little bit early. That's why I'm chit-chatting with you guys before the stream starts. I'm always here quite a bit early, just fidgeting with things and, well, making sure the game plays and things like that. Hey, Gaming Allosaurus, Art, Vosseros, Bobcat, all you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my goodness, we have a lot going on here. Holy moly. I don't, just in case anyone's curious, and I don't know why you would be, I don't check in on this campaign between streams, so, you know, a week goes by and I kind of forget what we were doing, and I came in today and, wow, we have a heck of a lot going on here. Hey, Shouting Stone! Oh my goodness, you made it to a stream! Fantastic! Awesome, man! Awesome! Welcome. There's not going to be any strangers here. I'm going to tell you that. Hey, Polsk, welcome. Not going to be any strangers, Shouting Stone. These are pretty much all the same people that you see in the Discord and whatnot. But, okay, I've got a lot going on here. This may be a fussy stream while, well, basically we're invading Ulthuan. So we got our butts handed to us. Yastra got in that huge debacle of a fight at the end of the last one with, what's her name here? Bell Lackey or Bell Lassie, however you might pronounce that. We technically won, but a Pyrrhic victory like you read about there. Hey, Jess, welcome! Welcome. A Pyrrhic victory like you read about. So Yastra's just destroyed. He lost a bunch of units, his army is just wrecked. He's just got to leave. Yastra's just got to get out of here at this point. So I would love it, Yastra, if you could go anywhere but where you are right now. Unfortunately, the Eagle Gate is kind of in the way. That's the problem. So we can't really go anywhere. We're going to have to just retreat a little bit, I guess, and encamp. That's about all I can do. Is retreat and put you into the encamped stance so at least you can get a tiny little itsy bit of replenishment. And then my plan is Velatroth, who's just fine, kind of need to sneak you around somewhere and get you to wreck this army. Absolutely wreck it. I have to wait a month to change my channel name. Yeah, they're fussy like that. They're totally fussy like that. The army is bad, the Leggy could be worse. Oh, Birdbrains is here. Welcome, Birdbrains. So I gotta figure out a way to get Velatroth over to Tor Elir. It's like kind of now, basically. And the Eagle Gate's somewhat in the way. So I think I gotta go all the way around the corner, which is annoying, but there it is. We'll deal with the gates later. That was my problem. I was trying to do the gate, and I should have just concentrated on destroying their military. But we've got our brand new lord down here, Koval, who just has a great name. He sounds like a dark elf. Koval the Dark Elf. So he's kicking around down here. And before I spend all of our money, of which we actually have some, which is shocking, let's get you a few more units going on. There's not a ton of stuff we can get down here, but we can build him a reasonably decent army. I mean, not fantastic, but better than nothing, that's for sure. Let's get you some basic dark shards in there as well. Yeah, go ahead and start putting all that together, Koval. That'll be cool. And then Marathi is up here besieging Port Elistor. That's going fine. We'll just leave that to their own devices. That's going just fine. No real reason to charge on in there, although, yeah, I know, it is shopping time, Vosros. You're not wrong about that, actually. We've got a bunch of stuff we could be spending money on. Port Elistor does not, I mean, it's not got no garrison. In my ideal world, I'd rather starve them out, because their garrison will kind of wreck me. Just felt sick today, so became watch more MCU movies and not be productive. I think watching MCU movies is productive. We've got a lot to get ready for before Endgame. And then, all the way up here, we've got Nightshade, who might want to take a poke at the Skaven. We tried Hotek's Column over here, but Hotek's Column has an insane garrison right now. Eli of Sereno, who maybe or may not be known by another name, a very, very long other name for the Empire. No, I keep telling you, week after week, for the Dark Elves. Hotek's Column has a ridiculous garrison right now. A ridiculous ridiculous garrison. I mean, yeah, there's some slave units in there, and those will go down like tissue paper, but not the Poison Wind Globadiers. Those will wreck me, as will their Stormvermin Halberds. So I think we probably don't go to Hotek's Column right now, but the Twisted Glade might be a little easier door to get into. I've been enjoying Firefly reruns. So there's something I haven't watched in a while. For the Delphier, indeed. The stream stopped. Okay. It's looking good on my end, Polsk. If anyone else wants to chime in, it's looking fine in my second monitor. Everything seems to be proceeding along at pace. But if anyone else wants to chime in and either confirm or deny Polsk, that would be okay. You just got sent to a different video. That's weird. Shouting Stone's still here, so that's good enough for me. Close enough. It did stop briefly, but it's back now. Okay. I'm just kind of WASDing around right now, just watching it in my second monitor and making sure everything seems to be somewhat copacetic. Vosseros is good. Okay, it stopped on my tablet, but not on the monitor. Okay, alright, so it seems vaguely okay. And I'm watching this in my second monitor while I just vaguely WASD around. But it seems to be broadly okay. Alright, I'm going to keep going. You guys just keep me posted and let me know if anything needs to happen on my end. Now, speaking of Vosseros' shopping spree here, who needs things they need me to buy for them? Like, say, Torsethi. What would you like me to buy? The dark side of the Force corrupts everything. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. And we love it because it does. Could get your next level of exotic animal pen. How much more money is that? A quick 50? Yeah, sure. You know what? Go ahead and do that. That'll be fine. And Toran Rock, what do you think you want to build here? Oh, you're building monsters. Neat. Cool. Excellent. I appreciate that. Why don't you also have a money thing so we can just keep the money coming in? And who has unassigned skill points? Oh, Yastra does. Right. After that battle, I'd be shocked if you didn't have some skill points kicking around. Do you have anything that can get your replenishment up? Recruitment costs down, income from raiding up. That is all good. How about casualties post-battle? Nothing that will specifically boost up your replenishment. Not really. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just get your basic army a little bit better if we can. That's for cavalry, witch elves that I hardly ever use because I don't like them. More cavalry. I've almost maxed out Sheaf Master for your... You know what? Let's get you Line Breaker. Yeah, let's just have your front line be a little bit beefier, such as it is. There isn't much of it left. Don't think people even make long names anymore, Dave, especially since the name change is now linked to Gmail. Oh, darn. Okay, well, in my mind, Eli, you're going to have a wicked long name. In my mind, in my imagination, you will have a wicked long name. At least your name now implies wealth. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Lord Not Moved. Who? Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That lord can continue to be not moved. Although, a little raiding wouldn't hurt. Right? A little raiding. Well, we're not going to get any income or slaves from it. So that won't do us really any good. Probably just go ahead and do the channeling stance just so you can replenish it. Hang on, Bird Brains. I've got to approve that. Doodly do. What did YouTube flag on that? Oh, probably the FGHD thing. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like random letters. It doesn't like it at all. Okay, so Nightshade's going to hang out up there. Got it. Marathi is besieging Port Elistor. Good. The vampires and I continue to carve up Ulthuan, but I don't have anyone in place to get over and smash this army while it's still vulnerable. I could just replenish Yastra. He's going to replenish so slowly there, though. So slowly. And then just have him take out Whitefire Tor, because Whitefire Tor has a very, very tiny garrison. He might almost be able to do it just as he is, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, and who do you think is not moved again? Yeah, no, it's fine, game. We're not moving that lord. Thank you. Alright, well, as I always say, this will be an interesting turn. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully not a lot. I would actually like a quiet turn about this. That would be great. Hey, Hawk! Moin the Hawk! Did we hear that Count Dooku is getting an audio drama released at the end of the month? Is that the one, I don't know if it was on your Twitter or you were retweeting somebody, where it's Count Dooku and, what's her name? The one from the Clone Wars. I saw some sort of book cover like that. So that looked pretty good, because Count Dooku doesn't get enough love. Although he has kind of a silly name. It's a little silly sometimes. I do not believe Eli is in the Discord. Shameless self-promotion, link down below. Ventress, thank you. Ventress, that's the one I was thinking of. Oh, why are we looking at Hexodal? Oh yeah, we're technically at war with them. Right. Forgot about that. Don't really care that much, actually. They're not that threatening. Well, not yet, anyway. They could be. But we're well defended on our southern border. We're very well defended. Everywhere's got walls. Everywhere's got a beefy garrison. I don't think we're going to have a problem with the lizards down south. I probably just jinxed myself, but there it is. Join and I'll post the link for you. Oh, there you go. Okay, excellent. Good job, Jess. You're going where? Oh, are you going to take a poke at the Skaven as well? Because I kind of wanted those guys for myself. I kind of wanted that territory, just for me. Just for me and Nightshade. Nightshade needs something to do anyway, otherwise she'll start losing loyalty. So, if you wanted to not take that area, I would appreciate that. That would be super. And who are you? And why am I even learning about you? Where are you? Oh, you're all the way down in Lustria. What are you, the Blessed Dread? Or the Dread Fleet? You're one of the two. Okay, well, you can hang out down there. That's fine. Again, you are no threat to me. I don't even care. Just re-downloaded Discord, and I definitely will. Be right back. Chinese food hours. Oh, you're killing me, Eli. Mrs. Dave and I were just talking about what kind of takeout we wanted to get today, and Chinese was an option. It's a Chinese place literally around the corner, and I actually mean literally around the corner. The Chinese restaurant abuts our property, so we get, basically if you walk outside my door at any time, you just get the wafting of Chinese food in the yard. Our yard smells like a Chinese restaurant. It's slightly unnerving and yet really delicious at the same time. Blood Bowl is now in your mind. My God, Vosros, I cannot get around that. Oh, thank you, Gaming Allosaurus. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome. It's all the same crew. There's not going to be any strangers to you there. It's literally just exactly the same people who are in chat right now. Bobcat's going to order pizza. Art was having Jamaican. Oh, jerk chicken. Oh, that's cool. Vosros, I cannot get... I just can't even get a foothold in Blood Bowl. My God, that game is just weirdly difficult. Like, I feel I should be able to play this game, and I'm just not. Some chickens are just jerks, They're just a bunch of jagoffs strutting around, eating dirt like they got something going on there. Oh, news link from my blog. Oh, cool. Excellent. You can post that here, by the way, Jess. I probably have to approve it, but you can totally post anything you want here. You've kind of got, carte blanche around here. Alyssa, who are you again? Why do I need to know about all these factions? I really, one of these days, got to put that mod in that limits the amount of faction info that I get. Oh, there we go. Hang on, Jess. Let me just do the thing here. There we go. Right there. Yeah, don't ever sweat that, Jess. You've got carte blanche in this world. You just post whatever the heck you want. I mean, within reason. You know what I mean. But Star Wars stuff, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Things are happening. Okay, Yastra. What do you got? The Dreadlords and other figures of importance are summoned to court. Issue new decrees for the lands under my control. Alright. What are my options? Bolster the military. Recruitment capacity up and recruitment cost down. But lose loyalty. Okay, just get me to the one where nobody loses loyalty. Okay, it's all of the ones except that one. So 2,000 experience for Yastra, and Lords have a chance to gain 1 loyalty. Why would I not pick this game? This is a terrible choose-your-own-adventure because there's no scenario where I would not pick this one. These are not even options. So, yes, I will reward the loyal Lord. Absolutely. Absolutely we will reward that. Oh, wow, there's a lot of different letters and stuff in there. Reward the loyal lord. Wow, that should be an acting exercise of some sort, or a speech exercise. We did... Oh, he did something against me. Oh, Sabioth's back. Oh, super. I love Sabioth. We did not defeat Lord Mazdamundi. You're right, I didn't game. It's largely because I don't care. I just don't care. Welcome back, Polsk. Hope the stream is working out better for you now. And yes, I know we gained an elf servant. That's fantastic. And that's actually potentially more loyalty. Even better. You guys. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. You retreated back to the Tower of Lisanne. That's an interesting choice. Then I'm a lot more confident about leaving Yastra up here just to basically recuperate and continue to bring... I really need to take one of these gates so I can get back and forth. But continue to bring Velatroth down here. This seems like a good idea. Got to eat at a new complex with a bunch of restaurants. I chose chicken and waffles. Good choice, Gaming Allosaurus. I heard that for many, many years and said, no, that can't possibly be an acceptable meal. And then I had some and said, this is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, no, waffles with chicken art. I don't think you guys do that in the British Isles. It's spectacular. You hear waffles and chicken, and you're like, no, 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 that can't possibly be right. And then you eat it, and you're like, this is insane. This is so good. So yeah, do that. Hang on, random fact with Birdbrain. American medics during World War II would remove their medic insignia, as keeping it would make them more of a target for Japanese snipers. No doubt it would. Probably also turned lights off and didn't wear bright clothing, I imagine. I'm not surprised, Gaming Allosaurus. It's a good thing to have. You should totally have chicken and waffles. Lothern, what do you think I want to build down here? Ooh, bigger, better walls? Yeah, you're right. You're right, game. I totally want to build that. Oh, we'll have fireballs on our towers. It's going to take pretty much all... Oh, actually, before I spend my money, I should beef up Koval's army. Let's just keep this moving in a positive direction here. Give yourself a couple of more dark shards. And these aren't great quality spears, but they're better than no spears at all. So why don't you do that? Do that, and then how's the siege going over in Port Elistor? That is going fine. 4 turns until they start suffering attrition. Yastra can stay where he is replenishing, which means it's time to turn our attention back to the rats. Hey, rats! Virtual Chinese food? You're killing me, Voseros. Chinese food is, with no exaggeration, I'm going to say 22 feet from my left arm right now, through many walls and the outside and whatnot. But I can't get it because I'm streaming Warhammer and I love Warhammer. I really do. This is solidly, and Jess and I may agree and disagree on games sometimes. We both agree on XCOM too. This is solidly Fallout 4, XCOM, and Total War Warhammer are now my 3 favorite games, and the ranking of them may change. It may go up and down, but these are my solid 3. Lillian, yeah, I want you to go do that. I want you to go search these ruins, because I know they're rats. No surprise, it's Clan Rictus, and we gained an organ merchant for doing that. Super. XCOM, no lie, Jess. I mean, you and I are both on the same page about XCOM too, but I am just shocked at how into Total War Warhammer I am. And I'm really interested to see what happens with Three Kingdoms. I hope it's... Because obviously Total War Warhammer 2 is the latest Total War game, so this is the most recent one. I'll be interested to see what they do with the Three Kingdoms one that's coming out in a couple of months that I have already pre-ordered, that I am very excited about because you guys are awesome and actually allowed me to buy that. Long story short, I want to see how that's going to vary from this. Nightshade, why don't you check out... I mean, obviously it's going to vary radically because it's not a fantasy setting, it's not the Warhammer universe, but in terms of how the game is played, I will be fascinated to see how it's going to play. Alright, you did put up walls in the Twisted Glade. Holy moly, you guys have an insane garrison over there. What is with the Skaven garrisons? Holy moly. EAT is at least your favorite game have played on the channel. Some of those words aren't in the right order. Hang on. It is your... Oh, what is my least favorite game I've played on the channel? I believe is what you're trying to say there. What is my least favorite game I played on the channel? Wow. That's a really good question. Wow. I've been doing this for like damn close to 2 years. What is my least favorite game I have played on the channel? That... Okay, I'm gonna think about that, and I will answer that question. I have to have a think about it though, because I'm already trying to differentiate between like terrible, terrible games that were just funny to play. You know, they're terrible games. Nobody would ever play these games, but they made for a good video because they were just funny because they were so terrible. Or actually games where I'm like, I seriously cannot play this game for one more second. That's where you're going with that question, and I'm going to think about that while I'm moving around, and then I'll answer that. I have to mentally go through almost 2 years worth of videos. All right, are we going to take on the Twisted Glade? I think the answer is yes. You have a super beefy army. You have a super beefy army. There's not going to be a better time to do this. So, yeah, I think we're going to war with the rats. I think we're totally going to go... Yep, we're doing it. We're going to war with the rats. This may be a terrible idea, by the way. This may really kind of mess us up in our own home country here. Yep, I know it's about even now, but why don't you start making some towers and... I don't really need the battering ram because I've got a War Hydra, but go ahead and keep sieging that. What is my least favorite? I'm trying to think, what game did I just go, you know what, I can't play this for one more freaking second. There have been a few of them. I'm trying to think if there's any, like, big name ones. Like, huge names that, you know, AAA stuff where I'm like, God, this is just terrible. I'm thinking, Gaming Allosaurus, and I will come back to your question. There's no question. At some point I'll go, oh, that one. Yeah, that one. I actually might just take my second monitor and go through my list of games. Yastra, how are you healing up over here? Very, very slowly is the answer to that question. And Velatroth, you're stuck where you are. That's fine. You are building an army. That is fine. You are sieging Port Elistor. All of that is fine. I've got a little bit of money left. Does anyone want me to buy something for them, like Arnheim? You've been blinking at me for a while. Actually, you could weirdly use a little public order, which is odd, but it wouldn't kill you to have it. Dessert time for Dave. Oh, what is that? Is that coffee? Coffee and donuts? Oh, no. Mrs. Dave and I had a long discussion about donuts last night. Very long discussion. Oh, sorry, Thursday night, I think. Thursday night. Long discussions about donuts and the various places to get donuts in our area and where the best donuts live. You guys... Oh, do I even want to build you anything right now? I'm not sure that I do. I'm going to say... You know what? I'm going to save the money. I'm going to save the money right now. Because we're going to have bigger things we need to build down the road. Unassigned skill points is whom? That's Yastra. And I think I have an answer for your question, Gaming Allosaurus. It's my first answer, and there may be other answers as the stream goes on. I may say, oh yeah, and this one. But in terms of the game I was most disappointed in, where I just said, I can't play this anymore, it might be Elix. And I have received so much hate comments about saying that. Yeah, see, Hun, he's talking about donuts. Vosros is all about donuts. He's got virtual donuts in the chat. All the donuts ever. So yeah, I think I've received so much hate comments for not liking Elix, but I'm sorry, I just don't like it. Hawk is probably getting ready to chime in on that one too. Because it is, I am told, it's a very German game, and the reason I didn't like it is because I'm not coming from that cultural perspective, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't like it. I wanted to like it. I desperately wanted to like that. Oh, did you guess that, Shouting Stone? Sorry, I was only half glancing. Oh, you did. It's right up there. Yeah, I think that's, I think it's definitely at the top of the list where I just put the game down and said, I'm sorry, guys, I just don't want to play this anymore. But I really wanted to like it. It's totally a game I'd be into. Totally a game. Yeah, I remember giving up Elix too. It's my most viewed video ever. It killed. It absolutely killed because of the flame war that erupted between the pro-Elix and anti-Elix camp. And the funny part of that is I did the video. It's like a little 8-minute video. Just basically, my goal was to say, hey guys, I'm taking Elix off the channel and here's why. Because it had been quite a long-running series, and there were like 1 or 2 people that were watching it, but not really. Mostly King Starscream and Space Bear were watching it. That's about it. Who else has unassigned skill points? Oh, Lillian. Okay, neat. Why don't you just be slightly better at everything? And then I'll start working down your tree there. Hero not moved. Who's that? Oh, Savioth, right. Why don't you be in this army, Savioth? Actually, why don't you keep poking these guys? Assault their units, and you're so good you do it really, really cheap now. Really cheap. Elix is... there's Hawk. I was waiting for Hawk. Not the best Piranha Bytes game. It's okay, but no comparison to Gothic 2. Yeah, I heard that a lot in the comments, Hawk. I heard it's just not Gothic 2. And I got, because you're coming from a German cultural perspective, I got a ton of comments saying, I don't get this game. I don't understand it because I'm not coming from that culture. But I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, it had gaping flaws that needed to be addressed. And the comments that I got back were, well, that's just what Piranha Bytes does. Well, but it's not good. It's just not good. It's stupid. Nobody else would put out a game with these kind of gaping flaws and say, yeah, we put out a great game. Just because you did it before doesn't mean you have to keep doing that. So I think that would... Oh, Gaming Allosaurus, I just answered your question and you weren't here. That figures. Long story short, it might be Elix, but I think there's others that might tickle around the back of my head that we may come up with later in chat. And I think the reason I say Elix first is I really wanted to like Elix. I really wanted to. It's exactly the game I would play. Totally a game I would play, and I think there's a lot of really good elements to Elix. It's just not, at the end of the day, it's just not fun to play. It was just too frustrating. Well, no, you're right, Hawk. You're right. You know what? You got me there. I painted a very broad stroke. And, one could easily say Bethesda just keeps churning out the same game over and over again. That's right. No, you know what? That's fair. I painted a very broad stroke there. A lot of companies do indeed do that. You are correct. Okay. End this turn. Sorry, we are actually here to play Warhammer, not just talk about games I've hated. There have been a ton of games. There have been a ton of games that never made it onto the channel. I'll tell you that, Allosaurus. Where I would get something on sale, Steam Summer Sale, pick something up for a couple of bucks, try it out and go, oh no. No. There have been a lot of games that I have been offered on Keymailer because, garbage companies will pick out people like me with a smaller channel and just get bulk emailed all these garbage games. So there have been a ton of games that I've turned down that you guys have never seen. Oh, hang on. Random fact with Bird Brains. Oh, that's good while the turn counter is going. Actually, Bird Brains, if you could time your random facts to each turn counter, that would be super. The average life expectancy for a radio operator in Vietnam was 30 seconds. As without the radio operator, airstrikes couldn't be called, and the large antenna on the back would give them away. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's a bit of a giveaway. That's a bit of a giveaway there. Stream is having moments with me. Okay, sorry to hear that. It looks like it might be a little sketchy this evening. Again, it's looking good on my end. My stream health is good. I'm watching this in my second monitor. Everything seems to be poking along. But you guys keep me posted as always if there's any visual or audio oddities going on there. The video game Watch Dogs 2 features many tools and hacks from the real world. For example, featured in one of the loading screens shows the Wi-Fi pineapple by Hacks. Okay. I played Watch Dogs 1. It's okay. But it kind of just... I never really ended up going through any of the story. I just figured out how to hack traffic cameras and then just made everyone crash into each other. Totally. That's all I did. And Hawk is saying it has short interruptions. All right. Interesting. Again, I'm not seeing it on my end, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. And actually, while the turn counter is going on, I realize I'm not watching my own stream on my own phone, even though YouTube is flashing and saying, hey, would you like to watch this? And I say, hey, yes, I would. So that'll be a third place I can kind of keep an eye on things. That'll be good. Star Wars fact with Jess. Planet of Coruscant was actually named by Timothy Zahn. Oh, interesting. In his Thrawn trilogy, because he said Imperial Planet was a terrible name. Yeah, it is. It's a terrible name. Lucas was convinced to use Coruscant for the prequels. Okay, cool. And Shouting Stone is good this and on the Isle of Man. That's where you are. Interesting. Your comment was too long. Oh, okay. Well, I probably didn't see it then. So yeah, Coruscant's a much better name than, generic Imperial Planet number 4. It's sad that we had to convince Lucas to do that. He's such a stubborn, silly person sometimes. Oh, the vampires are making a move. I'd love to get the Shrine of Asuryan off of them, but I'll never get it. Well, not without going to war with them, and I really don't want to do that. That's a downright terrible idea. Not at all. Do I know HTTPS? No, I do not. What does it stand for? What does it do? Can I eat it? Because I'm really hungry after all this talk about Chinese food and donuts. It's made me super, super hungry. Mrs. Dave and I were figuring out what we're going to eat tonight, and now I'm just super, super hungry. Well, to be fair, it didn't need a name, and would have been the Imperial Planet. Right. Right, exactly. It wouldn't have actually been the Imperial Planet because there wasn't an empire until the end of that. That is true, but Coruscant is so iconic now with the prequels. I mean, the name Coruscant, that's become an iconic part of the lore. I'm glad, Lucas was willing to change that. Karen Carr, you want me to go to war with Nagarond. Okay, 2 things about that. 1, that's my son. That's literally a blood relation to me, so no. And 2, they're really, really beefy, so unfortunately we're not going to do that. I've got like a 2-pronged war going on. I don't need to add another one, thank you. You had to you were frustrated with XCOM style game set pace. The save points were badly placed. Yeah, what was that? Oh, that was, I can't think of it. Jess, you were watching that too, because I know you commented on that. It was, no, not Endless, something with an E in it. I know exactly which game you're talking about it. Apparently they fixed a lot of that. So I was apparently not the only person who had issues with the checkpoint system rather than a manual save. So I've heard, I haven't actually investigated, but I heard that was updated, so there can actually be manual saving at this point. Yes, I know exactly which one you're talking about, and I can't remember the exact name of it. It has an E in it, something Endless Empire or something along those lines. We assaulted units. No, they assaulted my units, excuse me. Oh, and Tyrion showed up. Why? But his army's not that beefy yet. Koval, yeah. Do you want to do Chinese on? I could totally get down with that. I could 100% get down with Chinese if you want to do that. Endless Space, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Was it Endless Space? Because that's in the Endless franchise, isn't it? Yeah. No, we can totally get Chinese. I'm 100% down with that if you want to do that. If you want to go get it, that's even better, but you can also wait for me to go get it. But yeah, that'd be cool. Hitler slept till 11 on D-Day. Well, that's a little lazy, isn't it? That's a little lazy. We insulted enemy units. We're just trading mean words now. Yeah, basically. Oh, Angariel needs me to build something. Oh, Angariel needs to go up to... Well, first of all, Angariel needs to start getting some better defenses and go up to level 3. Because Tyrion has apparently got his eye on us. What's Tyrion packing? This was Belalaki's army. Why did Tyrion step in and do this? I've made how to make dinner plans in chat. We, Mrs. Dave and I, we communicate very, very well. We kind of know what each other is thinking. Chinese and donuts, because why not? No, that would be totally acceptable in our house, Vosros. You probably just described what's happening later. Chinese food and donuts makes perfect sense to me and Mrs. Dave. That is a 100% acceptable dinner solution. Tyrion, you've taken over this army, but it's not that good yet. And if Sabioth, you're probably tired now though, aren't you? Yeah, not that tired. Come on, I need this success, Sabioth. Be the all-star I know you are. Success, excellent, good. Very, very good. I wonder what rice flour donut would be like. I don't know, and I don't know if I want to know. He was also on vacation in the mountains. I assume we're still talking about Adolf and his sleeping late on D-Day. And Koval. You have not a full stack army, but a full strength army. You could. I need you, Koval, to go basically assassinate Tyrion. This would solve a lot of my problems right now. There's no way Velatrot's getting down there in time, although I can put you into March stance and at least move you a little faster. Donuts won't happen until much later, like a week, and that is sad. That is true. Yeah, we actually discussed when we're going to have donuts, and we've set a time and a place. Who has great donuts, Bobcat? I'm trying to remember actually what location you're in. If you were Andy, I know you were in actually my location. You actually know some of the sort of, not gourmet donut shops, but the really good donut shops. So, yeah, in our house, Vasaros, Chinese food and donuts would be a perfectly acceptable dinner, but we've already made plans for donuts. There's a time and a place for them, and we know exactly what time and what place that will be. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on this, Koval. Go see if you can assassinate Tyrion, because that would solve so many of my problems. You're saying it's an even fight. I don't think that's true. Tyrion's beefy. I'm not lying about that. Koval is going to get killed by Tyrion, but their army ain't that great. I'm going to take a chance on this. I'm going to totally take a chance on this. Allosaurus is making chocolate chip cookies. Excellent. Random fact with bird brains. And if you throw up a bunch of them in a row, bird brains, I'm going into battle. In World War II, there was a plan to build a giant aircraft carrier out of a material called Pykrete, which was made out of ice and sawdust. That sounds... Element space. Thank you, Art. That sounds like a really terrible construction material. Ice and sawdust. That doesn't... I have a limited amount of, history and experience in the construction industry, and I'm going to tell you that ice and sawdust, I've never seen that on a site. I've never seen that on a site. Element space, that was it. But, again, I've heard they fixed that. I've heard you can do manual saves now, so I think it was a solid game. It was a little basic. It wasn't... It's no XCOM. It's an XCOM-style game. All right, Jess, we'll see you in a bit. Have fun eating. I hope to have fun eating later. Is that water? Because if that's water... Yeah, that's water. That's going to slow them down a lot. Okay. How do I handle this? First off, I need you guys to be sort of right here. You guys are going to have to be the punishing force, is my artillery. So when they get into range, I want you to be way up here. You're going to be a surprise force. That's what you're going to be. Okay. Is it really necessary to speak about World War II all the time? It's kind of Bird Brain's thing, Hawk. It's kind of Bird Brain's thing. Military history and whatnot. Bird Brains, mix it up a little bit. We need a little more variety than just World War II stuff. No, go over here. Go over here. Go over here. Thank you. Go where I tell you to go. This is going to be a sticky fight. No, not all of those people. Not all of those people. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. You guys are going to be right here. Be off skirmish mode. Don't do that. Okay, you and you are going to be right up front. And then you here, because I hate you guys. Talk about swimming poles? Swimming poles circa 1940. Now, is that a poll about swimming? Did you just go in and say, hey, do you like swimming? Please answer this poll? Because that'd be a neat poll. I'd say yes. That's what I would say. I would say, yes, I enjoy swimming. That's how I would answer that poll. Sticky bun fight. Okay. I know that, Hawk. I know that. I hear what you're saying there, and let's be respectful to Hawk. There's some sore issues there. There might be some lingering history. So Bird Brains, maybe we can move off to other military things that aren't specifically World War II. Let's try and respect everyone in the chat, including Hawk. Hawk is a very, very long time viewer, and let's be cool and respectful. Maybe there's some sore points regarding the whole Second World War thing. So let's see if we can find something else. Pykrete is actually a very tough material if the climate supports using it. Would that be a climate where ice doesn't melt, Bobcat? Would that be a... Because I hear ice, I hear melting. So do you only use that in the Arctic or something? An ablative armor for deep space vessels. Okay, well, it's pretty cold in space. Alright, here we go. Battle time. Battle time. So let's see what's going to happen here. They're going to definitely come to me. I can start harassing the heck out of these guys, though, especially their eagles. Let's just start harassing them with my riders. There goes my artillery. Hopefully this is going to wreck these guys. Hopefully they're going to be wrecked before they even get anywhere near me. Now, you have no special abilities. That's fine. That's broadly fine. Are you... Yeah, you're moving off to go do a thing, right? You are charging. Well, you're not charging, but... yeah, there we go, Bird Brains. Do some Cold War stuff, or some War stuff. Or maybe set up a poll about swimming, because that'd be cool. I will vote yes, by the way. I do enjoy swimming. So if the swimming poll is do you like swimming, then yes. Yes, I do. Start harassing these guys. Yeah, start harassing these guys like a heck of a lot, please. The Eagles, I'm pretty confident we can handle. You intercept, and you start working on their Eagles. Everybody start working on the Eagles, please. You're going to get wrecked by these guys, but you're going in anyway. That guy and that guy. Wreck those Eagles, please. Shortest units of time in the multiverse. Okay, I will check on that in a second, Art. I've got to actually make sure we don't die here, so I will be mildly distracted, but I will check in on chat momentarily. You, get in there. Actually, do that in melee mode, please. If you could actually get up close and personal with him, that'd be great. You, get in here. Oh, we're actually taking more than a few hits here. This may not have been my smartest move, but here we are. We're doing it anyway. You, get on the Eagle. And you're actually going to have to go to melee mode. Sorry. You are doing just fine with those sword masters. Good. You, get into those guys. And I don't know how you got so far away. Actually, I kind of do. But there you are. There you are. Go for... Okay, that Eagle is shaken but not broken. I think we're broadly kind of doing okay. I'm just gonna target the archers a little bit better at this point. And you can get off melee mode and go back to actually shooting things in the face. That would be super. Do you like Bird Brain Swimming Pool in The Sims 3? I love it. But then I made it, so I'm kind of morally obliged to love it. You do that. What are you doing? Okay, you can stop chasing that guy. He's way off in the woods now. Way off in the woods. We really need to work mostly on Tyrion, please. Mostly on Tyrion. If we could all get in and start shooting Tyrion, that would be super. Are they... Yeah, tactics. Tactics will definitely be... Okay, there we go. We got him. We got him. All right. I'm going to let this ride for a while so we can do more damage to them while I get caught up on chat here. Wow, a lot happened while I was gone. Okay. Shortest unit of time in the multiverse is the New York second, defined as the period of time between traffic lights turning green and the cat behind you honking. Actually, the only problem with Terry Pratchett doing that is it's not between them turning green. It's actually when they are yellow, you'll get honked at as well. Smallest production car ever produced was made in the Isle of Man. Well, I'm not surprised. The island is not very big. You probably couldn't support a large factory there, could you? It was the Peel 50, and only 50 were ever made. Basically, a shopping cart with a roof. Is it smaller than a smart car? Because that is basically a shopping cart with a roof. Yeah, that's where Blood Bowl is all going to fall down, Vosseros. You see, I'm sure Penge actually has tactics and strategies to playing Blood Bowl, whereas I just sort of randomly click things and hope for the best. Jess is back with food. Excellent. I've driven a Peel 50 car. Excellent. In the Forza... Oh, in Forza Horizon 4. Okay, in a game. All right, excellent. Yeah, thanks. What are we eating, by the way, Jess? Because I'm starving now. This may be a much shorter stream than usual because I'm totally starving. Okay, that was a... We definitely took some damage there. Those Dread Spears are just not cutting it anymore, but it's all we had available. So, end that battle. That should really have beaten the heck out of Tyrion. Oh, yeah, we wrecked him. We wrecked him. He's got 1 unit left. 1 unit. Perfect. I'm not sure how he took over Bellaki's army. I guess he just did. Leftover beef and noodles. Okay, that's fine. But now we've been talking about, like, pizza and donuts and Chinese food. Leftover beef and noodles is not swinging me in your direction, Jess. I'm just going to say. That sounds way too healthy. I don't think we're unhealthy today. I think Mrs. Dave and I have abandoned healthy in favor of not healthy, which is odd because we usually eat pretty well, all things considered. But today will not be that day. Definitely units replenished because we need to get our strength right back up. He flees. Good. But he's still alive. Less good. Is it just him? It's just him. It's just Tyrion. If I could just get there, I could take him out. Fine. You know what? You retreat back to Lothern. When you can. Oh, you got the Crown of Command. Okay, good job, Koval. Excellent. Well done. Chinese honey ribs. My brother got a big burger and fries. Oh, you guys are killing us over here. And I say us because Mrs. Dave is watching this too, so she's probably just as hungry as I am. What with the donuts and the burgers and the Chinese food. Well, I think I brought up Chinese food, but I would err on not healthy as well, but leftovers are easy. That is true. That is very true. Ulthuan undefended. We defeated Tyrion. Yes, we did. Not easily, but we did. How much money do we get for that? A little bit of money. Anybody want me to buy them something over here? Torseth, I have looked at you. How's the Skaven issue going on up here? I haven't checked in on these guys. Twisted Glade, you're just kind of sitting there. Okay, that's fine. Random fact with bird brains: the TSR-2 is a concept bomber. I feel like David Bowie created it or something. It's a concept bomber. For the RAF, it was incredibly fast, outrunning its escort on one of the test flights. It was canceled for unknown reasons. Even all of the prototypes, and we'll get back to that later. Now there's tacos. And Vosseros has put up all the virtual foods in the world. All the virtual foods. Did you get taco in there? I can't quite see all those icons. But yeah, Allosaurus now has tacos in the building as well. Alright, Yastra. How's the healing going on? Could be a lot better. Okay, that's fine. And who's not moved? Is that Yastra again? It is. Okay. Who's got unassigned? Koval. Yes, of course you have unassigned skill points. You're slightly better now. Hero not moved. Is that Sabioth? Oh, no, it's Lillian. Okay, that's fine. You can just embed in that army. That's a perfectly good place for you to be. There's the taco. I see it now. Okay. End that turn. Now what? Tyrion is all by himself. All by himself, Tyrion. And Gariel will be better defended very shortly, and they've got no army over here anyway. Are you marching back towards me, Tyrion? Because you got a set on you to try that. Are you going to try and retake the Shrine of Asuryan by yourself? That would be hysterically funny. That would be awesome. Except I've now eaten an entire bag of Swedish fish. Yeah, there was that. And, not to rat you out, but there were the Kit Kats there as well. And Pop-Tarts. Sorry, hun. Just calling it like I see it. Absolutely, Bobcat. Thank you for remembering that. Pickles are the safest food. Safest food ever. Were destroyed, and most of the pictures as videos were destroyed. Some that the Americans convinced the RAF to use the F-111 Aardvark instead. The TSR-2 remains a mystery. Would they name a bomber Aardvark? Aardvark does not inspire, military strength in my mind. If I'm the enemy army and I hear, look out, the Aardvark bombers are coming, I'm not going to be wicked frightened by that. I'm just going to tell you that. I might chuckle a little bit. I might even guffaw, but I'm probably not going to run in terror from the Aardvark bomber. Chinese food is indeed delicious, Eli. You're not wrong about that. I never want to see how it's prepared, ever, because then I'll just go back to eating only pickles. But, Chinese food is absolutely delicious. Bowl of rice and beans, that's less exciting. We're clearly on, what is the worst thing we can put in our body right now. So I think bowl of rice and beans, less exciting. Given the force is strong in you, okay. Paper light or dark chocolate. There we go. Right, so You guys, the Blessed Dread, Lokir Felhart, are we friends with you? I feel like we are, and if we're not, I feel like we should be. Prefers milk chocolate to dark chocolate. I'll take chocolate any way you got it. It doesn't matter. Dark, light, milk, you just send it in my direction. I will happily consume it. Ah, here comes the Skaven. They're probably mildly annoyed about me sieging their city. Oh, and they've got a big old army coming. They've got a super big old army coming. Yeah, kind of feeling the war with the Skaven may have been a horrible, horrible mistake that I'm going to have to backtrack from. Yeah. I feel that was a terrible error. I should have focused on Ulthuan. You know what? I can pull out of there. And if we kind of just chill, maybe we can come to peace with them eventually. I do love you full of candy. I love you when you're full of candy or when you're not full of candy. Anyway. And it's, it can be one or the other. Wait, hang on. I wanted to see what was going on Ungariel. Things were happening in Ungariel. I'm not even sure what those are, Vosseros. Are those bow ties at a jaunty angle? Please say yes. Dark chocolate with bits of hot pepper is surprisingly tasty. Yeah, I could possibly see that. I could totally see that. Next time, join the Empire. They have great fried chicken. Ah, there's another thing I love. Is that canon, Jess? Is that actually canon that the Empire is really good at fried chicken? Because you obviously, you're the lore expert here. So if that came up and that's canon, I need to know about that. And what are you guys doing? You're Carond or Carond Carr? I always get the two of you confused. Whatever it is, you're kind of just bumbling along there. Yeah, I think I've got to pull Nightshade out of the Skaven area. That was a bad idea. I freely admit that was a bad idea. Probably fried pork. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. They're adorable. I mean, they're shorter, cuter Ewoks, but they're adorable. You can save the random facts for turn counters if you want. Just tell me that you're going to read them. Did you put another one up? Was there another one? Because the last one I had was the Aardvark Bomber thing. Yeah, no, we did the Aardvark Bomber. Yeah, we're all caught up. Hey, Lionel, welcome. Yeah, we're caught up, Bird Brains. I got them all. We're not scared of the Aardvark Bomber, by the way. P.S. We're not scared of the Aardvark Bomber. The Moot is part of the Empire. They're excellent at deep frying everything. Yay. Deep fried everything is awesome. All right, again, a little choose your own adventure, but there's no real choice. What is a satchel of potions? Go ahead, tell me. It's a potion of toughness. All right, that's not that awesome. I will take the loyalty, the money, and the experience for Koval. Why would I not pick that? Oh dear. And oh wow, it actually says oh dear. I wasn't just saying that. It actually just says that. So yeah, the game thinks exactly what I think. Morathi is not as good at avoiding enemy actions. That is unfortunate. Okay. Well, you know what? We may be able to pick something else up later. Okay. Your taste in wine may be telling about whether you're dark side or light side, red or white wine. Neither for me. Neither. Seems you got two other lore masters in chat. Yeah, well, I still rank you as number one. That's kind of you're kind of my go-to person. If you say it's a thing in Star Wars, then I'm going to go ahead and say that's a thing. Yeah. Well, actually, this army is a bunch of slaves, but I'm going to go ahead and say the war with the Skaven was a terrible, terrible idea, and I deeply regret it, and we're pulling out of here. We're out. Yeah, I'm going to disengage from the siege. We're leaving. Marines, we are leaving. Except I've got to kind of go past them first, which is mildly fussy. And if I go into March Road, I can get out on the sea. That'd probably be the easiest way to do this. Have you tried a fried shrimp po' boy? I have not. No, they're not common in my area. That's not... You can get them. You can find them. I mean, you can find any food anywhere. But they're not very common in our area. That's more of a southern thing. No, okay, yeah, Nightshade, you're out. You're out. You know what? We're just going to leave the Skaven alone for right now. I don't have enough armies up there to deal with that fight. How's Port Elistor doing? 2 more turns. You guys are going to be really, really sad. Tyrion's up here all by himself. Okay. You're kind of wounded, Koval, but you'll learn to cope. Why don't you go back into Lothern? You'll heal up faster. And Velatroth, come out of March mode, and just remind me what the Tower of Lysanne's garrison is again. Good, but not great. Okay, good. Go start laying siege to that, and we'll see how we feel. We'll just see how we feel about that. Yeah, they're saying it's an even fight. I might dispute that, but for right now, seeing as they have walls, we'll just kind of sit on them and see if they come out to me. That would be the ideal. If they could come out to me, or they wanted to wait until Koval was healed up. And actually, while you're here, we may as well get you some more units. Have another one of those and another one of those. The spears just aren't cutting it anymore. But they're pretty much the only spears we've got. Actually, another horsey would be good. And have a unit of harpies, because why not? We've got them, we may as well buy them. Lord Not Move, that will be Yastra again. Actually, Yastra, you should be completely free to start moving now. There is no more enemy army in your way. So, I need you to what's your problem, Yastra? Why? I don't know why you're locked out of there, but don't be locked out of there anymore. What do I need to know about here? Are we still talking about wine? Vosros is going to read Dark Disciple before Revenge of the Sith. And, okay, Lionel's just talking to Jess. Alright. I will just assume everything's going fine unless I see something. Alright. You, Koval, you're healing. Marathi's laying siege. Velatroth is laying siege. Yastra's on his way back to basically anywhere where he can heal better. And we're out on the Skaven. We have made a solid choice. We're not invading the Skaven. That was a terrible idea. I deeply, deeply regret that idea. That was awful. But without any more immediate money... Actually, how's our main house? How's the ancient city of Quintex doing? We haven't checked in on that in ages. Could get some more walls, but I feel Quintex is... A, not in a particularly vulnerable position, and B, pretty well defended anyway. I don't have any more slots opened up there, so there's nothing else I can put there. What I really should focus on, because now we've kind of poked the Skaven Bear, or Skaven Rat, as the case may be, is Val's Anvil and Temple of Adioth. Those just became vulnerable again. What could we do in Val's Anvil? That is as beefy as I can get it. There's nothing else I can do to Val's Anvil. Last Jedi novel is the fourth in a series I really, really liked. I never got to the fourth book because it came out way later. All right. Oh, hang on. Non-lore Star Wars theory. Anakin was whiny because he'd been hitting the wine too much. Yeah, I think Anakin was just flat out whiny. Flat out whiny. So sad. So terribly, terribly sad about things. You can definitely have a more money-making thing. And how's your public order? It's good, but it could be better. Why are you telling me I already have one of these here? Building has already been constructed in this province. Really? Where? Where do you think I've done that? Oh, I did that over here. Wow, public order really sucks in this area if I needed 2 public order buildings. But okay, well, just have beefier walls. Skaven are probably going to come down. Just have beefier walls. Coruscant Knights books are really fun. They clash with the other books. Gonna grab something to eat. Of course you are, Shouting Stone. Am I the only one who is unfed here? Even Mrs. Dave has Swedish fish. I have nothing. I have half a Coke. That's about all I got. People forget that Anakin was literally property of another being for the first 9 years of his life. Leave his mom behind, and his new heroes did nothing about it. No, that's a very valid point. It's actually an extremely valid point that really isn't raised in the movies. At no point does Anakin say, hey Jedis, hey superhero guys, could we maybe go back and help all these people? I know Qui-Gon has that thing in Phantom Menace where he's like, I'm not here to free slaves, kind of implying we don't do that, we let local politics handle itself. You definitely read that into it, but yeah, maybe at some point as Anakin was growing up, it's like, hey, why don't we, while we got nothing to do, why don't we just go rescue my mom and free some slaves? You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. I actually blame the entire fall of Anakin entirely 100% on Padme. Everything that happens in the first 3 movies is Padme's fault. Because she made dumb, dumb choices. The dumbest choice being, and I will fight to the death on this one. I will even go toe-to-toe with Jess on this one, that Padme, after Anakin came back from killing all the Sand People, did not immediately report him to the Jedi Council. He comes up and admits mass murder, including children. And Padme says, well, you're only human. No. Unacceptable. Padme should have reported him to at least Kenobi, and he should have been dealt with. So, yes, that is my theory on the prequels. It's all Padme's fault. All Padme's fault. A fact is inbound. You can save it for turn counter if you want. I will wait for it to come inbound, and I'm just going to check in on everyone while we're doing that. I think... Oh, no, that's not my army. No, that's the vampires. Okay, never mind. It's unfortunate that we have similar-looking colored flags. I think everyone has been dealt with. Which hero do you not think I've moved? Oh, Sabioth. Okay, Sabioth, why don't you come over here and start picking at all these agents they've got over here, because this is just getting annoying at this point. This is just getting fussy over here. I stand by that, Eli. I stand by Padme being responsible for largely everything. All she had to do was say, hey, Obi-Wan, here's the thing, Anakin just admitted to mass murder for frankly, not an acceptable reason. Not an acceptable reason. Yeah, the Sand People are, awful, but you don't go in and kill an entire village, including children. And at no point does she say, Mr. Kenobi, sir, I think we have a problem with Anakin. I think we had a problem. Yeah, I know the Jedi basically sensed that, and they never, everybody dropped the ball on Anakin. But I blame Padme the most. Because she had direct knowledge. She had direct knowledge. You could say the Jedi Council sensed that Anakin was, weird or not quite right, all of those things. But Padme had direct first-hand knowledge that he committed mass murder, and she did nothing. She said, you're only human, and then marries him at the end of the movie. I don't know if it's like a Stockholm Syndrome with her or something, but that was a poor choice. Okay, unassigned skill points. Let's get this done. Lillian here, what do you need to do? Not a lot, actually. I don't really like most of your abilities. Why don't you just get a little better in combat? You are embedded. You may as well just be slightly better at combat. That will be sensible. Unassigned skill points again, really. Oh, Koval. Good for you, Koval. Good job. Why don't you be... Yeah, actually, Iron Disciplinarian would not be a bad idea, especially as we expand into Ulthuan. Public order will definitely be an issue somewhere in there. We may as well start nipping that in the bud now. Okay, turn counter. Bird Brains, hit me. What do you got? Oh, and those agents are just picking Marathi apart right now. What about the vampire agents? Can't you guys do anything down here? Anything at all? Well, all right. Now Tyrion has one extra guy. Oh, he's mustering now. Oh, he's trying to make a comeback. Okay. We'll see about that. I think I can nip that one in the bud as well. You are... Okay, we're back with Hexodal and the Lizard Men. I kind of want to see what the Skaven are doing. Wicked sorry about the invasion, Skaven. I totally didn't mean it. Random fact with Bird Brains, the YB-49... And sorry, I'm just also keeping an eye on the Skaven while I'm doing this, Bird Brains, was a prototype jet bomber, apparently not called the Aardvark bomber, featured a flying wing design. Both YB-49 were converted to YB-35 test aircraft. The YB-49 was essential to the development of the B-2 Spirit. And Eli thinks the Jedi told the Senate that Palpatine was a Sith. The whole arresting thing would have been much more easier. I don't know if I agree with that one, because there's the whole... idea that he basically has the Senate in his pocket one way or another, either through direct or indirect control of the Senate. So I don't agree with that one, Eli, because it's very clear that he has basically 100% control of the Senate. So what are they going to do? Oh, he's a Sith? Okay, well, he's still our boss, and he controls us. So that one I don't necessarily agree with. And thank you. Mrs. Dave and I have had extensive talks about this. Extensive talks. Basically, whenever Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones is on TV, we rehash the discussion. We have a lot of long-term life plans that we have set in place. We have end-of-life plans, as sensible couples do, and we have a lot of long-term plans, contingency plans. I guess you would call them contingency plans. And one of those is that if I develop force powers and go on a murder spree, Mrs. Dave will report me. I insist that she reports me because something's gone horribly wrong. So that's a contingency plan that we have in case I develop force powers. Mrs. Dave is on target to keep an eye on me, and if I murder a bunch of people, she definitely is going to report me. Exactly, Jess. Yeah, there's that line. He has control of the Senate and the courts. So what would they do? They'd say, oh, okay, he's a Sith. Well, there you go, I guess. What if Dave's attacked the Jedi Temple? Well, see, in my theory, Eli, I would have been dealt with long before that. I would have been dealt with after the mass murder. The Jedi Temple thing is years in the future. You want me to do what? Okay, the Dread Fleet is attacking Britonia? Really? No, okay. The Dread Fleet is attacking Britonia, and they want me to chip in. Okay, I get it. Dread Fleet is declaring war on Britonia, and they want me to come along for the ride. Neither of those people are even in the same continent as me, so sure. Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't care. I will never be involved in that war. It's totally fine. To be honest, yeah, the Senate wouldn't have known what to do, known what a Sith is, or known what to do with one. I mean, you're talking about politicians versus magic superhero evil villain. They wouldn't even know what to do. Actually, that's an interesting question, Jess. Obviously, the Darth Bane series is my favorite series in the lore. When, and I don't even know if you have a fast answer to this question, but I bet if anyone does, you do. So, let's just take the Clone Wars period. When was the last time there was a known active Sith? Like, obviously, they were always there in the background. We know that from the Darth Bane trilogy, that the Sith are always in the background doing their thing. So they were always there. But I'm talking about, like, a known Sith presence, and my answer is going to be right before the Darth Bane thing, because Darth Bane, I'm trying to do this without spoilers, Darth Bane comes from a known Sith presence, and then moves underground, instituting the Rule of Two. So that's Old Republic stuff. You're talking, 2,000-3,000 years before, the Clone Wars. But please confirm or deny all of that. And I know you will. But that would be the last time I would think there was a known Sith presence where the public were aware of the Sith. There was a known presence before Maul. Yeah, exactly, Vostroth. We're just trying to... I just want to pin down when that was to know if I'm right or wrong. Everyone played Goat Simulator with the Star Wars DLC? The hell are you people doing over there? God. Has been at peace for over 1,000 years, so that would be Bane. Okay, so 1,000 years we get into the Old Republic era where there was a large Sith presence, just like the Jedi, and then, Bane kind of comes along without doing spoilers on what happens. Bane kind of comes along, and then the Sith go underground. All right, so at least 1,000 years. So, yeah, the point stands. What would they wouldn't know what a Sith is, or if they did, it would be like thinking about... Julius Caesar. Like, okay, I understand there was a Julius Caesar, but, it doesn't have any, significance in my present day life. Oh, 100 years, really? Oh, that's much less than I thought. Well, 100 years, they got no excuse. They're all terrible people then. Okay, Yastra, that's you, right? Yep, Yastra. You, actually come down to the Tower of Lisann. Because you could be terrible backup, but you can sit there and replenish. You can totally sit there and replenish. Newt Gunray knew Plagueis, right? And I've read Darth Plagueis as well, Vossra. It's a great book. It really puts a completely different light on the prequels. It really, and that's the best thing that book did, is it actually, in reading that book, it makes the prequels way more interesting when you think about what's going on behind the scenes, if you will. And I bet Jess would agree with me on that, too. Koval, you've got a much beefier army now. I would like you, Koval. I kind of want you to start chasing down Tyrion. And I think that's what you're going to do. Start chasing down Tyrion while he's still weak. Hated the end a lot. I don't remember I mean, I do remember the end. I don't remember all of the end because I did read it a while ago and I only read it once. I do recall feeling the ending was kind of weak, but it does put a different spin on what's going on. The scene where, in Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin and Palpatine are talking in the theater, you know, the whole, have you ever heard the legend of Darth Plagueis? That takes on a completely different meaning after you read Plagueis. And it's just like, whoa, that's cool. And I'll do that without any spoilers. But read Plagueis and then go watch that scene again. It's a completely different spin on it. The last third. Okay, right, gotcha. Like, Stark Hyperspace War was interesting. I vaguely remember that. That was kind of out of the time that I was actually collecting comics anymore. Lothern, what would you like me to build? Even bigger walls. Sure. Yeah. I agree with you. I absolutely agree that you should have bigger walls. So, let me just reflect here. Yastra's going to come down and replenish here. And Koval is going to go hound Tyrion into the ground. And Gariol can handle itself. Port Ellistor is going to start suffering attrition real soon, although I'm seeing a major, major vampiric corruption here in Angariol, and I'm not wrong, actually. I'm not wrong at all. Public Order is suffering badly for this because it's the wrong corruption. It's not our corruption, it's their corruption. What can we do about that? Well, we can basically wait 2 turns until you're level 3, and then we can put something in place to address that. And one more Lord not moved. Yes. Nightshade, sorry. The whole Skaven thing didn't really work out. I kind of need you to come home now. Like, really quickly. I actually need you to protect Val's Anvil because I'm a little nervous about the Skaven. Red Harvest was zombies in Star Wars, right? As I recall. Like Zombie Jedi or Zombie Sith or something. Hero not moved. Who is that? Oh, Sabioth. Hi. Yeah, you were going to start picking at some of these heroes. Start doing that. Go assassinate whomever that is. I don't care who it is. Just assassinate them, please. They're getting fussy. So go and do that. You got another organ merchant, and you successfully assassinated that person. Good. Job well done, Sabioth. You are my all-star. Does that get you... Oh, no. Helenor got a skill point. Why did you get a skill point? You haven't even done anything for me recently. Wouldn't hurt to keep getting you a little bit better in battle. That is kind of one of the points of you. Oh, I missed your mount. Oh, next time I want to get Cauldron of Blood. Can I take that off? No, I can't. Okay. I missed getting the Cauldron of Blood. Darn it. Alright. End that turn. Good. Yeah, Zombie Sith. That's what I thought. I can see the book cover in my head. I haven't read it, but I am familiar with it. Okay, Tyrion's still running. Good. Keep running. Unfortunately, he's starting to build up a bit of an army. We're going to need to keep that in check. Because Tyrion's beefy, and he can pretty much walk through my army by himself. And we're back to Hexatl. Really want to see the Skaven. Very sorry about the minor war I started. Hoping we can just kind of put that aside and be best buddies with the rats again. Really sorry about the invasion. Didn't realize you had such a beefy army up there. Not looking to get in a fuss with you. Thank you very much. Favorite Jedi or Sith? Oh, probably would go with Darth Bane on that. I love the Darth Bane trilogy. It's just so well put together. Wait, was that Skaven that I just missed getting wrecked up there? Because if it was, good job, guys. Well done. Wreck those rats. So yeah, that would probably be mine, Gaming Allosaurus. I don't know if it would be anyone else's, but I think Bane's just so iconic. He did so many things. Well, he did one thing, and it affected everything else. And why are we back at Hexatl? I'm kind of done with these guys. They're not a threat. Well, it's not that they're not a threat. They're just not going to be a threat. Random fact with bird brains, exceptionally well timed, I might add. Tanks are called tanks. Oh, this is good. Okay, why are tanks called tanks? Because in World War I, when tanks were being transported, they were called tanks to trick the enemy forces into thinking they were water tanks. That's actually very interesting. I don't think you should call that random fact. I think you should call that really interesting fact with bird brains. That one, that nailed that one. Yeah. I know Jess goes Yoda. Yep. Yeah, Yoda's fantastic, and basically every word Yoda says, well, let's be honest here, every word that the writers made Yoda say is brilliant. But in terms of, like, who would I hang out with? I'd hang out with Darth Bane. He's wicked cool. He's wicked cool. Better question, given your love of Bane and Sith picking up a new name, what would your new Sith name be? Ooh, I actually can answer that question because I got into... Obviously, you have to think of a Sith-like name. You have to... So when the MMO Star Wars The Old Republic came out... Hey, Squig Boss! Welcome! Welcome, glad you made it. So when Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO, came out, in its early days when it was a really good game, obviously everybody jumped on that to try and get the most Sithiest Sith name they could possibly get before somebody else got it on the server. Darth Somnus. Oh, that is really good. Wow. That just kicked my name in its butt. But anyway, on the Old Republic MMO, I was Darth Void with an E at the end because VOID was already taken. So it was VOIDE. I don't think Darth Wee would inspire a lot of terror art. Not a lot of terror. My dog is shooting force lightning at a squirrel. Sounds like you got a domestic issue there. I don't think I can help you with that, Eli. Darth Chinese food. Yeah, again, not inspiring a lot of terror. Not a lot of terror. I'm going to go ahead and say if it's a choice between Darth Bane coming down the street at me and Darth Chinese food, I'm okay with Darth Chinese food. I'd probably give him a handshake and hope he had some wontons on him or something. Darth Aardvark. There you go. I am officially making Bobcat's name Darth Aardvark. Also, because that's kind of alliterative. It all kind of runs together. Darth Aardvark. Yeah, there we go. Darth Donut might be Mrs. Dave. So actually, that would be more Darth Swedish Fish, I think. Also, not a name that inspires terror. Recruit a Lord, maybe. I might do that game. I might not. I haven't really made a decision on that. But thanks for thinking of me. Koval, you're just going to be just out of reach of Tyrion, aren't you? This is just going to be just out of reach. Oh, what's going on up here? You have more things. Okay. I bet I can get on top of you in March mode. I can't attack you, but I can get nearer to you. So let's see where you're going to go. Let's see where you're... Darth Necro Rage, Darth Clorin, Darth Miffed. There you go. You, Vosseros, should perhaps be Darth Pun. Like Punne or something. Darth Pun or Darth Wordplay. Okay, Jess, thank you. Thank you for stopping by and, as always, sharing the Star Wars knowledge that we so desperately need. Because you're our only source of that. But thank you, Jess. I always appreciate that. All right. What am I doing? I've got him chasing Tyrion. Good. Port Ellistor is now suffering attrition, but it's not really going to kick in until the next turn. However, Yastra, you can come hang out down here, and I probably don't have enough movement points to put you into... No, I don't. But next turn, you can at least go into the channeling stance, and you'll get some replenishment. Great. Now what? Oh, I need to address... what's it up here? Nightshade. You have got to get away from the rats, like, super quickly. Just get away. Oh, no. Do not go all the way back up to the Twisted Glade. There's got to be a beach down here you can get to. All right, if you wanted to go there. Nope. Okay, that we don't have any nearby beach. She might have to go all the way down here. Huh. That's a little fussy. That's a little tiny bit fussy. Because now we're going to have to go right by the rats, or we're going to have to go all the way down. Okay, how close is Val's Anvil to being super well defended? It's about as well defended as it's going to get. Alright, well, there it is. It is what it is. Hero, that will be Sabioth again. Again, is there any other heroes you could be assassinating around here? You're having a good luck with that, although you're probably exhausted now. No, you're not that exhausted. Still got a 60% chance there. Sure, give it a shot. 60%, why not? It's not like you need the experience, because you're already maxed out. You're already at level 40. There's nothing really I can do to you. Sarah, however, can get a thing. What's your high-level spells? Have we gotten into those yet? Oh, yeah, we totally did, because you get the free Manticore, which is super. Why don't you just be a little bit better at everything? Just take your final rank of Specialist. Just be a little tiny bit better at everything. And who else needs a thing to do? Nobody, really. Okay, kind of a quiet turn there. We're just chasing Tyrion. There's a lot of things for the picking up here. Wow. The High Elves have really made a comeback in a big, big way. They were not playing around. I don't see any military on their end. Except for Tyrion, just kind of bumbling around in a boat here. But, boy, they really made a good comeback. What's going on at the White Tower? It's only level 3. Put walls up. Yeah, they're reinforcing everything they can. No surprise, really. Tor Finnu, that's not got walls, but it doesn't mean they won't put them up. Gain Vale is tanked up. Wicked tanked up right now. What is the best joke I've come up with? God, I'm not good at that. I'm more on extemporaneous humor, Allosaurus. That's my jam. Speaking off the top of my head, I don't plan jokes. I will tell you what my very first joke was. I will tell you that. It was probably about 5, I think. I remember making up my very first joke, and it was, why were the Dark Ages called the Dark Ages? And the answer is because there were so many knights. I was about 5 years old. I thought that was hysterical. It's actually not a bad joke. It's not the worst joke. Okay, end that turn. End that turn. Why's there? I don't know. You get up and answer the dang door. Really, Tyrion? Really? Okay, Tyrion, you pulled those troops out of nowhere. That's an AI cheat right there. You pulled those troops out of nowhere. They're not that great, but you did not have that many troops in your army a second ago. That is 100% the AI cheating. That's fine. That's fine. I'll fight this battle, Tyrion, and I'll take you out again. He's almost dead anyway. If we can nail him right out of the gate, that's going to seriously hurt the morale for everyone else. I mean, we're not at full strength, but we're darn close to full strength. We're at pretty close. He's got some decent cavalry, though. That's not ideal. Although those Sea Guards don't have very good range, so that will help. And he's attacking me, which means he's going to take a long time to walk all the way over here, always within range of my artillery. So speaking of which, let's get you guys set up right here. And let's have you kitted out for infantry. Let's wreck those Sea Guards. And the Harpy unit can just... Actually, yeah, just hang out over there. That's probably a perfectly good spot for you. The 2 horsies can be over here. And then just line up the missiles. Line up the missiles right in front. My goal is that this guy will be pretty much dead by the time he gets anywhere near us. Unfortunately, the spears are not doing that good. They've taken the worst beating because they're kind of terrible. But I'm just going to leave them off to the side just to keep an eye out for cavalry. Just in case they're going to poke their nose up. And the Witch Elves can also hang out over here as well because they're terrible. Although I will move you guys up a little bit more. Maybe you can be a little bit of a surprise force. What do you launch a cat with? A catapult. Of course you do. There's another 5-year-old joke. Okay. Start the battle. I'm feeling basically okay about this battle. But that doesn't mean we won't do things like harass them and pester them with things. Like, you know, horsies with crossbows. Oh, speaking of which, all of you guys need to be off skirmish mode. But you guys can be on skirmish mode because I want you moving around. I would love to orbital strike them, Eli. Technically, a black arc. If we got a black arc, we could actually do an orbital strike. It's not orbital, that's not true. But it is a bombardment from the ocean. So we could technically do that if I got a black arc in play, but I've just never really gotten into black arcs. I haven't played with them around with them enough. Random fact with Bird Brains. I'm going to have to check in on that one in a sec, Bird Brains, because I'm in the middle of a battle. Oh, I know exactly what the Harpies need to be doing. They need to be 100% assassinating their artillery. Even if it means sacrificing the Harpy. I'm totally okay with that. Now, if I'm in range of them... Oh, they have slightly better range on their artillery. That's annoying. That's annoying. Well, keep shooting them then. Oh, they've showed up. Okay, we did keep shooting them. Good. Yay, go us. We did the thing that we were supposed to do. That's the Witch Elves. I don't even want to talk about them. Don't even like them that much. Who else could you be assassinating? Do they have any more cavalry? Was that it? No, they've got some more cavalry back here. Okay, start picking at those guys. And Harpies, why don't you go wreck their bolt thrower, please? Yeah, I will come back to both the random facts from Birdbrains and Bobcat momentarily. This should be a fairly straightforward battle, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'd prefer not to lose a ton of people in this. Yeah, their artillery is completely exposed at this point. That was a poor but obvious choice on their part. Oh, the Witch Elves are getting wrecked. I don't really care. Don't really care. Yeah, shoot those guys. Shoot those guys in the face. Shoot those guys in the face a lot. And Tyrion's coming up to play. Good. Good. Get on in there. You know what, actually... Yeah, he may not even make it that far. Nope, he didn't even make it. We killed him. Immediately killed him. Didn't even get into the line. Fantastic. Yeah, sure. Eagle. Go ahead and get the eagle. Get the eagle, please. That should be no problem for that guy. Oh, somebody's coming back to defend there, and I've got cavalry coming up on the wrong side here. Get in there. Witch Elves, get in there. You, target that cavalry. Oh, a thing happened. Yay! Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm only just sort of paying attention to the second monitor, because I just want to make sure this battle goes really, really well. And it's actually kind of not, now that I'm looking at it. I need to pull these guys out of here. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry that I'm not immediately paying attention to that. I just realized I'm about to lose my horsies. And that's terrible. Nobody likes to lose the horsies. Alright, we need to focus on their missile troop. Everyone else is basically dead. So I think we're in a position where we can just go up and start shooting these people in the face. Shoot in the face, shoot in the face. Little fussy that I lost my horsies there, but I'll learn to cope. You know what? Just charge forward. This is basically a done deal at this point. Who else is kicking around? Yeah, the spears, send them in. And, yeah, more spears, send them all in. This is just going to be a dog pile now. This is going to be a total dog pile. This is a terrible way to play Warhammer. Please don't play Warhammer this way. But we're just going to dog pile in and get the job done. My horsies are back in action, so let's get them back in play. And, yeah, okay. The artillery's coming in. We should be fine. We should be totally fine. But just in case, get the Harpies in there to wreck that guy. We're actually not that good. Alright, well, we got it. We got it. Tyrion died immediately, which was fantastic. Okay, let me get back to... Oh, wow, I missed a lot of stuff here. Okay, the Convair B-58 Hustler was the first operational bomber capable of Mach 2 flight. Could carry 5 nuclear weapons on 4 pylons on the wings and 1 in the bomb fuel pod under the fuselage, rather than an internal bomb bay. Alright. Mice cubes. Well done. You and Vosseros should hang out. Did you know with Bobcat, when JFK challenged America to making the moonshot, he also announced the continuation of a nuclear-powered rocket to allow manned missions to the outer solar system? Be more Bossonian, Archer? Quality over range and quantity. I don't know what that means. But why do cats like mice cubes? Yes, we did mice cubes. You and Vosseros should hang out. Maybe like Stephen Fry's character in Blackadder goes forth with battle plans. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. I think that may have been the first time I encountered Stephen Fry, was in the Blackadder series. I hadn't really run into him before. Alright, end that battle. Decisive victory. Killed Tyrion. Well done, us. Good job, us. Yeah, that was a broadly terrible way to end that battle. Great start to the battle. Poor end to the battle. The problem is those Lothran Seaguards just had the range on me. I mean, they can just stand farther away than I can, and that's going to make all the difference in the world. No, I don't, Hawk. I absolutely don't. I don't know what Bossonian archers are. Please feel free. Conan stuff. Okay. I don't I don't do a lot of Conan lore. I never really got into that world. So no, I absolutely do not know what that is, Hawk. I rely on you to tell me these things. I'm putting that one squarely on you, Hawk. The answer is not, do I know it? The answer is, why haven't you told me about it? That's what needs to happen there, Hawk. I rely on you and Lionel to tell me virtually everything. I'm just bumbling along here. That's on you. That's 100% on you. No, I don't actually really get into the Conan lore or world at all. It just kind of doesn't do much for me. Is Tyrion still alive? Because that's not fair. I've killed him twice now. How many times can I kill a high elf? Oh, and we're back to Hexaudal. All right, very good, very good. Conan RPG. Yeah, no, I've seen it. I'm aware of Conan. Whatever that sort of survival-y game that came out. I watched many a true nerd play that. The Conan one, Conan Exiles, Conan something came out last year. Don't immediately remember. Bessonians are famous for their archers. Yeah, so are the High Elves. High Elves wreck with archers. Absolutely wreck. Why did the chicken cross the road? To show the deer how it's done. Harganeth is attacking Claire Carrot. I'm kind of allies with everybody, though. I'm actually less of an ally with Harganeth. I've got a non-aggression pact with them, military access, and a trade agreement, but I'm an actual military ally of Claire Carrot. Yeah, I think we need to enter the war on the side of the ally, because we're just better allies with them anyway. That might mess things up north. Okay, bye, Squid Boss. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Thank you. That might mess things up in the north. That's going to really mess up, well, all of my diplomatic stuff up in the north, but I'm going to try and learn to cope with it as best I can. Okay, we're fine with you, Blessed Dread. Or the Dread Fleet. I never remember which one is which. We're fine with you. I want to see what the Skaven are doing, and I want to see how the heck I'm getting Nightshade out of there. Very poor choice to invade the Skaven Empire, but here we are. It's happening. Now we're just running away from them. We're running away from a horde of rats. Which is vaguely ironic, because in my private campaign, I'm doing a Skaven campaign. So in my other world, I am the Skaven. And people are running away from me. Not very often, because Skaven are terrible. But very interesting to play. Much more tactical than, say, the Dark Elves, where you just kind of throw everything there and hope for the best. And how's Noctilus doing? Because he's losing a fair bit of ground to Tyrion, who I've killed twice. Wood Elves are cool. Yeah, they're a very, very difficult faction to play. I've tried to start a Wood Elf campaign. Very tricky to play. I mean, their units are insane. I actually forget the High Elves. Wood Elf archers will just destroy everything they see. And they've got some decent infantry, too, because they've got, some sort of, they have a few monstrous infantry types. So they've got a beefy front line, and they've got ridiculous archers. But they're just the way their campaign is played, where they don't really establish cities. You don't get as much, I feel, of the empire building that you get with some of the other factions. Makes them much trickier to play. And the settlements they do create, I find very vulnerable. Maybe I'm probably just playing them wrong, but even better in Blood Bowl if you know how to play them. Okay, good. I'll take all the help I can get. And no, I don't know how to play them. I don't. I'm really not conquering Blood Bowl well. I feel when the time comes for Penj and I to play this as a dual stream, which is that's what we've kind of all come to a conclusion on. So we're going to do a dual stream of he and I playing Blood Bowl streaming, and likely, well, I say likely, we actually agreed to this last night, but likely we will do that as my 1K celebration. So when the channel hits 1K. That's when we'll do a dueling stream of Penj and I, and that's what will happen. And he'll kick my butt. He will absolutely kick my butt, because I'm just not wrapping my head around Blood Bowl. I mean, I am. I just don't win. The other teams are just better than me, like all the time. Koval, can you catch up with him and kick him again? What's his army? Nothing. Kick him again. At bare minimum, you're just farming experience at this point. Yeah, I'm not even going to fight this. Well, apparently Tyrion is in fact dead. They pulled a new lord. Yeah, I'm not even going to fight that one. I'll auto-resolve that. That's fine. Actually, that was kind of a dumb move because they did way more damage than they should have. But there we go. At least they will go away now. That's the thing about the auto-resolve. It guarantees... Well, it doesn't 100% guarantee it, but it like 98% guarantees they're actually going to go off the map. Port Ellistor, you should be now ripe for the picking. You should be ripe for the picking. Morathi hasn't done squat in ages. Oh, right. Yeah, Morathi's army was a little beaten up. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, we'll let them sit. They're not going anywhere. It's fine. Random facts with bird brains. In World War II, the French would remove the tracks and engines if they're foot tanks, and remove the tracks and engine. Okay, something about the tanks, and bury them in concrete with the turret exposed, and use them as static turrets. As the what is the FT, bird brains? I'm not wrapping my head around that one. And outdated, it was better than scrapping them. So let me know what the FT was. I don't know what that is. And what else do I need to do down here? Okay, we're still besieging the Tower of Lisanne. That's fine. Koval, you can just work your way back to, I don't know, Angariel. Perfectly good place for you to be. Okay, and Angariel's up to level 3. Probably time to start dumping some public order in here. So, yeah, go ahead and get me basic public order building. Get your walls beefier and get your port beefier. Because that's more money and more defense. It doesn't... It's just FT. Okay, it doesn't stand for anything. All right. As the FT was outdated, so it's like a type of thing. Okay, got it. Understood. Oh, what's going on in Val's Anvil? I haven't checked that in ages. It's ready to grow. Sure. Why not? Yeah, get bigger. See if I care. Unassigned skill points. That will probably, be Koval, naturally. What could you be doing for a living? Let's start working down your army line. Your army's actually not super awesome, so if we can make that a little bit better, that would be cool. Lord Not Moved, that will be Yastra. That's fine. You need to go into the encampment stance, though. There we go. And Lord Not Moved, yeah, I know we're not moving Yastra. Hero Not Moved, that would be Sabioth. You don't really have anything to do right now, Sabioth. Why don't you just come over to Angariel, and I'll embed you in Koval's army. And just be a little backup. Yeah, no, I saw Dark Steed. I think there's better mounts down the road. So I'll wait for a better mount. I'm not going to blow a point on a mount that I'm going to change out later. That's my firm rule. Those I only get 40 of those points. So I don't want to take a mount and then down the road go, oh, I want this mount instead. And then I kind of wasted that point. I will wait for something better, like a Dark Pegasus or a Blood Cauldron. Can't believe I missed that with Sarah. All right, well, next point she gets, she's getting a Blood Cauldron. I don't even know what a Blood Cauldron does, but apparently you ride it. Yeah. See, here's the thing, Nightshade. You're taking a stupid route. There's no beaches. That's the problem. There's no beaches in this area. If you don't have a beach, you can't get on land. That's a bit of a hiccup. Yeah, I could wait for a dragon, Vosseros. I'm not going to waste a point on a horsey when I can get a dragon. That's just sensible. That's a maxim for living we can all get behind. Don't waste your money on a horse when you can get a dragon later. It's delayed gratification, really. Okay, Skaven. What are you doing? Neither of you are Skaven. None of you are Skaven, in fact. You're all Dark Elves fighting each other. I know we're technically involved in your war, but I'd actually prefer not to be. Oh, thanks, Allosaurus. All right, we'll catch you later, man. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. And I think that's the Blood Cauldron. And if so, I really want one of those. I want anything that's named Blood Cauldron, because that's just got to be good. It's got to be something. Seems like a thing people should want. Oh, we're going all the way down to the Blessed Dread again? Guys, I know I'm technically involved in this war, but I really don't care. I just don't. It's not my problem. This is somebody else's problem. Dragon would be a great way to commute to work. Yes. Yes, either by flying over the traffic or by burning it. Either way, you're getting to work a lot quicker. You're not wrong, Bobcat. You are not wrong. Oh, Squig's back. Welcome back, Squig. The boss is here. Uh-oh, everyone look busy. Squig's boss is here. Just everyone look like we're doing work. This is work. Warhammer work. Well, welcome back anyway, Squig. Glad you made it back. Dodging your boss and trying to watch Warhammer. Truth be told, I'd rather be watching Warhammer than working. Well, I do go back to work on Monday. That will be new. I haven't been working in 6 months. What about economics? It would be expensive to run. Yeah, Birdbrains raises a valuable point there. Yeah. Yeah, the fuel that you're going to need, which I assume with dragons is going to be virgins. You're going to need to have a supply of those. And, well, first of all, it's 2019. Those are in short supply. And secondly, people are going to notice. People are going to notice if you're knocking on their door going, hey, can I borrow a cup of virgin for my dragon, which is right outside, because I need to get to work. That's going to come up in a conversation. And much like the Anakin Padme thing, people should probably report you for that. If you have a dragon, who would want to work? Just intimidate your boss with a dragon to get paid without work. Yes, if you can get to work. I would invite you to refer to the virgin fuel incident and ideas that are coming up now, largely by me. I put those ideas out there. But, Birdbrains is not wrong. Fueling a dragon is no mean feat. Feed a dragon politicians who'd notice a world without them. It's because there's no such thing as a virgin politician, Boss Ross. Those don't exist. That's just an inherently thing that can't happen. Those two words don't work together in the right sentence. Carolyn Carr, you're still here. First of all, I think that might be your only settlement. I'm reasonably convinced that's your only settlement at this point. Wow. These guys are just taking over the whole north. We need to make sure we're wicked good friends with them. Like, super wicked good friends with them. Dragons don't feed on virgins only. I am largely kidding, Hawk. I hope you know that. I'm just going down a slightly comedic route with that in terms of knocking on the door and asking for a cup of virgin. But they'd be okay with politicians. I know. Dragons will eat anything. But I think it might be fun to have to fuel them with a very specific fuel source. Dragons don't eat only virgins, just that virgins taste better. Ah, okay. All right, an instrument of... Oh, we actually did technology. It's been a while. Because we're researching higher techs. What's going on in Torsethi? Public Order -4. That's no good. Okay, Nightshade, how hard is it going to be for you to get onto land? Any land. Here's a beach. Okay, start coming down here. Just start coming down here. I don't even care. Just get onto some semblance of land. Hang on, Hawk. I've got to approve that. There we go. There we go. Virgin Dragon Airlines. Don't. Yeah, sorry, Hawk. I just had to approve that one. Apparently YouTube didn't like that. Probably for the Trump thing. It's probably a red flag on YouTube's world. Lord Not Moved. Whom? Oh, Yastra. Yeah, no, Yastra's just going to hang out there. It's all fine game. Everything's fine. Everything's 100% fine. And actually, while you're here, Koval, could you just kind of cuddle up with Marathi here? And because I bet with those two armies together, that might be now a pretty easy auto-resolve. Much better. Much better. Oh, you have a banner I haven't been using. Leadership +5. Whom should have that? Probably one of the horse units, actually. They're prone to fleeing. Yeah, we'll just knock this guy right out. Not even worth the fight. They're almost dead anyway. Almost dead. I think given their all talk, it would make the dragon gassy. Yes, good point. Good point. Need to keep Marathi leveling up, because otherwise we run into loyalty issues with the other lords. Definitely loot and occupy it. Good. Nightshade can just stay right there. You don't have any movement points left. No, you don't. Alright, what did we inherit in Port Ellistor? Busted up building. Fine, repair that. Your walls are still intact, or at least your garrison defenses are still intact. Good. Excellent. And we could just kind of keep walking down the street here. Oh, they're trying to put another army together. I don't think we're going to allow that, guys. We're a little fussy about that. We could just keep marching down and take the White Tower and Tor Finu. That will give us another province. Interesting. Interesting. Something to think about. Who else needs things to be doing? Oh, Yastra does. Yeah, right. You know what, Yastra? Why don't you just pull into Lothern just because you're so beat. You're really just not replenishing well out in the open field, and you need some new soldiers anyway. You need a new team here. Wow, you got wrecked last week. So wrecked. Velatroth, you're up to full strength, though. Good. Sabioth, I was going to put you... Actually, why don't you come up and just poke these guys? You're really good at assassinating people. What if the dragon is a virgin? Then the universe implodes. If a virgin dragon eats a virgin, then the universe implodes in a big black hole. It's very messy. Very, very messy. There's virgin everywhere. Research available. Yes, please. I like researching things. How long? Oh, wow. We've really gotten pretty far down the research tree. Diplomatic relations up. That's nice. Hero recruit rank up. Upkeep down, but not for units that well, I do use Harpies and Warhydras and Charybdii. I am assuming that would be the plural of Charybdis, and I will eventually have dragons. Shades, Dark Riders. Now, see, I think this is more sensible. Just a flat 5% down on one of my most common units, the Dark Shards. What else you got? Campaign movement range up. That is good. Armor up. Ooh, that's pretty good. And armor up for some very common units. But also very common units that I'm not using quite as much anymore. Is there anything down here that I've missed that I really want? Sorry, I'm just kind of fussing with tech, because I don't really want any of those right now. Virgin Dragons, not likely. Dragons will mate with anything, even a tank. That sounds very messy. Very messy. Anything way down here that I haven't taken that I should be? Not really. No, I'm not loving any of those. All right, back up to the good stuff here. Settle on something here. Upkeep down. That's sensible. That's just more money in our pocket every single round. More money in our pocket is a very good thing. Okay, now who needs to do a thing? Koval, you are just leveling up very quickly. Yeah, see, right up here, I don't know if it was Vossross or Art or whoever said it. Yes, I could get a Dark Steed now, but now I'm thinking about the Avengers. Is if there's Dark Steed, is there Dark M appeal? Please say yes. And later, though, at rank 18, I can get a Black Dragon. I think it's more sensible to get a Black Dragon. That's more better. Better or more of that. Yes. Iron Disciplinarian. Let's keep your front line a little beefier. I do like that army beef up tree. That is a good little skill tree to go with. Mechagodzilla. What's wrong with Mechagodzilla? Oh, yeah, that would be pretty much a cross between a tank and a dragon. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Leopard 1 or 2, I don't mind. I've lost track of chat at this point, haven't I? I've completely lost track of it. Oh, well. It'll probably handle itself. Harganeth, we like you, right? Oh, you'd like a peace treaty. Oh, you're the big beefy guys up there. Oh, no, I would love a peace treaty with you. I would absolutely love it, and you're going to pay me for it. I would have taken no money. I would have paid you. Because you apparently own the entire northern area of this continent, so yes, we'll happily have a peace treaty with you. And we'll take your money at the same time. But, yeah, we'll very happily have a peace treaty with you. Sorry again, Skaven. Please don't come down and eat me. If Harganath wants to get in on that, that's fine. They can go toe-to-toe. That'll be just fine. Okay, is this Skaven, or are you going to show me? No, you're going to show me more Harganath. Alright. I think they're going to take out Claire Carond, which is probably for the best. I think they only have one settlement left, so really, what are they contributing right now? Back to the Blessed Dread, and you've got what going on? Don't Terminators suck until the T-101? Ah, yeah, valid, yes. Is this live? Of course it's live. Why would this not be live? It says live stream. I'm looking at my second monitor. It has a little green thing that says live. I hope it's live. Am I coming from the past? Am I coming from the future? I don't know. But yes, Squeak Boss, this is a live stream. Lord knows I'm not going to go an hour and 48 minutes just recording something. I would have taken a break ages ago. That's what editing is for. And who else do we need to look at now? Way back down to Lustria. Oh, good, we can look at Hexaudal again. We do love looking at Hexaudal. Hexaudal and Lord Mazdamundi. People we've been at war with for game years, and we've never even met. Never even encountered each other. Ah, Count Nautilus, you're much more interesting. What are you up to? Are you taking another stab at the High Elves? I'd really kind of like it if you did. We've been successfully trying to carve up Ulthuan between the two of us, and you are kind of dropping the ball. You're kind of dropping the ball on that, I'm not going to lie. You've lost a lot of territory that you originally had. And back to Mazdamundi again. Who else are we at war with down at Lustria? Does anyone in Lustria like us? I don't think they do. And Vampire Counts von Karstein, that's in a part of the planet we're never even going to see. I never got into that marshmallow cereal, Phosphorus. Never really dug the whole marshmallows in my cereal thing. Did you know with Bobcat, French authorities have recently discovered the source of Garfield novelty telephones that have been washing up along the coast near the Iron Marine Nature Park. I didn't know that was a problem. Wouldn't a Garfield novelty telephone sink? I suppose it's just enough plastic to keep it afloat. Wait, why do we even have Garfield novelty telephones? Is it 1985? Maybe Squig's right. Maybe I am broadcasting from the past. Why is there Garfield novelty telephones anymore? Okay, let me back that up even further. Who has a telephone? Like a landline is what I'm saying. Like a sits on your counter kind of phone. It's shortly followed by empty trays of lasagna. What? A thing is happening. Okay. Oh, we raised or sacked 10 different settlements. Yeah, we did. We're very good at that. We didn't do the thing with Nagarond. We're trying. It is my son. Architect, we gained an architect. That's good on construction. That's super. And now you just want me to go get more settlements. We'll probably work on that game. Be assured of that. Hawk has a telephone. Hawk does not have a cell phone. Hawk, are you from 1985? And I'm not busting you, man. I'm just having fun. But when we built our house 10 years ago, and they are still legally obligated to run telephone wires into a house. You can't build a house without having physical telephone wires. It's not legal at this point, because the theory being not everyone has a cell phone like Hawk. And, if you need an emergency phone, you could have a phone. So legally, we had to install, at our own expense, by the way. We had to pay for this. So for something that we've never used. We've never used them. There's never been a physical phone inside this house. 10 years this house has been standing. There's never been a landline phone in this house. But we had to pay to have the wires installed because we couldn't legally do it otherwise. The phones which had been washing ashore for the past 2 decades came from containers that seem to have fallen off a cargo ship and broken open. Seem to have fallen off a cargo ship, or did the brave sailors on that ship make an executive decision to say, you know what? We don't really need Garfield novelty phones in the world. Let's just dump these things. I think those were some very brave, intelligent sailors. I think that's exactly what happened there. Is somebody said, you know what? The day of the Garfield novelty phone comes to an end today, and it begins with me. And God bless that man. God bless that man or woman, whoever was sailing the ship. God bless that sailor who said, we're dumping them. Unfortunate that they washed up somewhere else, but like satanic hellspawn, you just can't kill Garfield novelty phones. Okay, the High Elves are back in play. Oh, it's Belaki! She got her army back after I killed Tyrion. Good job. Well done. You got your army back. I'm very happy for you. Let me see if I can assault it. Yes, I can. Super. Who's got the best army down here? Not really Marathian. Not really Koval, for that matter. What's the White Tower rocking in terms of a garrison? Not a small one. Yeah, not a small one. Okay, I'm going to let those guys sit up there. And give me Koval. Koval, I want you to hit March mode and come down to Angariel. I kind of want to consolidate our forces down here. That's my goal. Random fact with Birdbrain: a tank's gender is determined by its weapons. It's only armed with a machine gun. It's female. It has cannons. It's male. That makes a certain degree of sense. And Squigbox has €280 of Warhammer 40k and can't buy me a schnitzel. That's one of the best sentences I've heard in a long time. That is one of the most fascinating sentences I've heard in a long time. Take out the orcs thing, because it scans better with that. I got €280 of Warhammer 40k and I can't buy me a schnitzel. Well done, Squigboss. Well done. Best sentence, clearly, of the stream. Possibly of the month so far. Who needs a thing to do? Velatroth, actually, Velatroth, you're wicked beefy right now. You've got a great army that we're really not taking advantage of, are we? I wonder if it's time for you to go to Tor El Rear. Not a bad idea. I don't think there's an army up there. Hey, do you have any heroes? No, not you. You. Oh, yeah, you got tons of heroes. You got all sorts of heroes. Send a spy up there. Let's just see what's going on in that neck of the woods before, so I don't run into the problem we had with Yastra last week, where I send someone up there and there's a huge tanky army that just wrecks me. And how's Tor Anrock area doing for public order? Surprisingly well. Surprisingly well. How about Val's Anvil? Less well. Less well. In 3 turns, we could put a public order building here. Take out... no, Squigboss, that's the sentence of the stream. Just take out the orcs, it scans better. Can't buy me a schnitzel. Maybe we can have schnitzel for dinner. I don't know where there's a local schnitzel joint. I don't think we have one of those. Although I may spend the rest of the evening saying local schnitzel joint, because that's just kind of funny. Yeah, public order is really an issue down here. I mean, it's going to be an issue pretty soon. I could pull... Who do we have sitting over here? Yastra? I can pull Yastra over to Val's Anvil. The military presence alone will make up for the public order. And he's riding a dinosaur, which is just fun. It's just kind of fun. So, Yastra shuffles over to Val's Anvil. That should temporarily... Yeah, there we go. Plus 18. Plus 18. With all the military presence and the characters that are in there that already have plus to public order, that'll rectify itself very quickly. And Gariol, what do you think I want to build? A public order building. Speak of the devil. And you're 1 turn away from your port and your better defenses. Sure, keep going down that route. How much money do I have? Wow, a ton of money, actually, is the answer to that question. Way more money than I thought. I should be buying people things. Did you get to where you were going? How do you plan to get to, say, anywhere at all? I would really like you to go, okay, you're going to take that route. Fine, do that. Just get on your way down there. I want to make sure that Val's Anvil and the area up here, like the Temple of Adioth, that we've had so many problems. Yeah, a 24-hour schnitzel joint. That would be nice in my area. I would appreciate that. Good restaurant to open if I could get the startup money. I'm going to tell you, Bobcat, I'm kind of thinking about the area. I think you'd have to go into... We're in the Boston area, but we're not in Boston. We're in the suburbs. I think you'd actually have to go into Boston to find any decent concept of German food. You're not getting it out in the burbs. I'm going to tell you, we have a lot of great restaurants in our area. German cuisine is not one of them. I can tell you right now, not only is there not a 24-hour schnitzel joint, there ain't a schnitzel joint, period, around here. College, yes. And actually, we're right near a big college, too. That would be great. Because nothing gets you through a cram session like a good schnitzel. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know when I was in college, those late-night cram sessions, those all-nighters, schnitzels ahoy. That's how you get through those things. Mushroom stew, army will perform better, and your army will perform better in campaign. Right now, I'm going to take the movement range. I don't think we're getting into a fight immediately. Oh, what's the Cloak of Hag Grief? Oh, that's cool. Neat. Oh, we must have rolled over a ship. Oh, goodness. Okay, I think Nightshade accidentally did a shipwreck exploration. Well, good. We've got, apparently, the Cloak of Hag Grief. I should give that to Nightshade. She's the one who picked it up. Where did you go? You're down here. Yeah, go ahead and have a cloak. Oh, you already have armor. Well, that's silly. You can have an Ogre Blade, though. Would you like an Ogre Blade? No, I want to give the Ogre Blade to someone a little more front line. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. And I will get back to you. Don't get your schnitzel in a bunch. That sounds like a New York restaurant. That sounds like that restaurant would be in New York City. Lothern, what do you think I want to build down here? Oh, more monsters? You know what? You're right, Lothern. I do want to build that. That took a fair chunk of my money, but I'll learn to cope with that. Where is, not Velatroth, not Marathi, yeah, Koval. That's who I was trying to get a hold of. You don't have anything. Why don't you have an Ogre Blade? And why don't you have, sure, the Cloak of Hag Grief. Why not? Why not? You don't have any followers either. You can have an Elf Servant, and you can have a Gravedigger. This is an eclectic crew we're putting together. You can have an Organ Merchant. Take whatever you'd like. Unfortunately, unlike the Skaven, giving you things doesn't just automatically boost your loyalty. Well, not automatically, but you don't have a chance of gaining loyalty when I give you shiny things, unlike the Skaven. Skaven loyalty is a little bit easier to deal with, but you'll need those things anywhere. That will be totally fine. You can totally have those things. All right, one more round of the map here. Here we go. Marathi is in Port Elistor. Good. Who's what's at Koval is in Angariel. Good. And Velatroth, you're in Tower of Lisanne, but we may start moving you. There's no army there. There's absolutely no army there. I'm going to start moving Velatroth now. Oh, sorry. No, we're sieging. Sorry. Never mind, Velatroth. No, continue the siege. Sorry, I forgot we actually hadn't taken that city yet. Never mind. That's why it has a totally different banner. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, Velatroth. Never mind. Sorry, just keep doing exactly what you're doing. And Yastra's over in Val's Anvil, healing up much faster now, and that will keep public order in check. And Nightshade is on her way back home after accidentally declaring war on the Skaven, which was a terrible, terrible idea. We're not doing that again in the near future. And good job accidentally running over a shipwreck and getting a magic item. Well done, Nightshade. Okay, that is an excellent place, because now I'm super hungry. The schnitzel kind of pushed me over the edge, I'm not going to lie. Now I'm super hungry, so now I'm going to call the stream and go get something to eat. Apparently, it might be Chinese food, which will be fun, but I'm going to go get something to eat now and call the stream here. Thank you guys, as always. I know I continue to say it every single week, but it actually does mean something to me that you guys come out and hang out with me every single week. I really do appreciate it. It's just like a cool group of friends that hang out and, well, we play Warhammer and talk about Schnitzel and Virgin Dragons and whatnot. So thank you guys so much, Birdbrains, Vossross Hawk, Squig, all you guys, Bobcat. That's just who I can see in chat immediately right off the top of my face. But I will, well, I'm not going to sleep right now. Birdbrains might go to sleep because it's much later in Ireland. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Just like I said for anyone who was on the stream last night, the scheduling of the Friday stream may change, but the Saturday will not. The Saturday stream is locked in. Done deal. I am going back to work, but my Saturday evening stream will not change. Still 4 o'clock. That'll all be as usual. It's just the Friday stream, if anyone is watching both or whatever, may change. We'll figure that out. But I will definitely see you guys next Saturday. Same time at 4. More Warhammer. More High Elves getting shot in the face. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Goodbye, and goodbye.